Nation. I'm Todd Kennelly, and it's fitting that we're in an armory because last week, Gangrel and Matt Striker brought the heavy artillery. However, nothing was really solved. Gangrel not able to cash in the bounty, and Matt Striker, although he's a marked man, he is still the champion. And speaking of championships, we're gonna kick things off here tonight with the tag team titles on the line.
Woo. What is the meaning of this?
Woo. Pardon me, Mr. USC. Boy, there's a lot of ugly in one room. Wow. It's right over here. It's the main section. Yeah. You know, lately, you guys you still need to work on it. If we could kindly not be interrupted by you idiots. Tone it down. Lately, here in WCWC, people have found out the hard way what it's like to mess with the Wrecking Crew. Let's take Matt Striker, for instance. Matt Striker wanted to cross the Wrecking Crew. And ever since I called my brother up and he jumped up and got on the first thing smoking here to Portland, Oregon, we have been taking care of business, and Matt Striker knows all about that, because when Matt Striker goes to bed at night, closes his eyes, and when he opens his eyes in the morning, all he can think about is one of the two of us taking him out. Because it could be anywhere, Matt Striker. Know it. You might be champ right now. I don't care as long as you hold that belt, as long as I make you hurt, make you bleed. That's fine. Now, tag team champions. Now they've felt what's happening with the Wrecking Crew and what the Wrecking Crew could do. Will you people just calm down a little bit? Don't mind them. Tag team champions. I don't think Mighty Mutt's going to be able to. Mighty Mutt's out, I'm pretty sure. So that leaves Mikey O'Shea. So I think after tonight, you people will be looking at the new WCWC Tag Team Champions. Believe that.
So you heard that from Jeremy Blanchard.
And introducing their opponents in this WCWC Tag Team title match, the team of Fight and Fly.
You heard from Jeremy Blanchard, and you hear the introduction from Todd Kennelly. Mikey O'Shea hobbling out here. Where's Damian Drake?
Now, is that Fight or Flight out there? Which one is he?
That's Mikey O'Shea. I don't think it's really relevant if it's Fight or Flight. Let's just talk about the assault that's been perpetrated against both Mikey O'Shea and Damian Drake over the past 3-4 weeks.
As Mikey O'Shea having a very difficult time even standing up. We saw Damian Drake's leg suffer significant damage at the hands of the Wrecking Crew. Now the tag team titles here are on the line. Are they going to go out this 2-on-1?
Yeah, the referee just checked with him, and Mikey O'Shea, full of fire, just said, just ring the bell. Let's do this.
I don't see how there's any way Mikey O'Shea's able to overcome this, but he's going to go out on 1-on-2. He goes right after Bishop, dumps Blanchard to the outside. And Mikey O'Shea, a part of the triumphant story alongside Damian Drake when they won the tag team championships a couple of months ago. Now hopefully does not turn into a nightmare here tonight.
Well, it was a nightmare a week ago when it was this exact same setup where we had J.D. Bishop in the ring with Mikey O'Shea, Jeremy Blanchard on the outside. Very, very similar to what we're seeing now, except now both members of the Wrecking Crew are legal competitors.
Indeed they are. And we know
they need to tag in and out still? Or how
it's a regular tag team match. If Damian Drake was here, he'd be on the apron.
I'm talking about the Wrecking Crew.
Well, yeah, it is a regular tag team match.
I want the fans and myself to understand this.
As Mikey O'Shea taking it to Jeremy Blanchard on the outside. And I'm not normally an advocate of a disqualification or a count out, but if you're Mikey O'Shea, you might need to do anything to make sure you have to be able to fight another day.
I think it's one of those situations where, yes, the championships are on the line, and it just makes me sick that they could change hands in a situation like this. But Blake Chadwick, Mikey O'Shea, it's about a lot more than the gold.
Indeed it is. As he's always been one to never back down, never quits, is the Irish Juggernaut.
And though this pains me to say, I give him credit for doing what he's doing. He's either
Here we
brilliant
go,
or
lateral
stupid.
press, 2. And JD Bishop showing some athleticism off with that basement drop kick, but only a 2 count. But Morty,
A lot of guts.
this has got to be exactly what the Wrecking Crew's plan was all along.
That I can't comment on, but I will comment that you'll have to watch the match to see what Mikey can do. Can he hold off the Wrecking Crew or not? I doubt it, but you'll find out.
He can barely stand right now. You know this. Well, here we go. Jeremy Blanchard going to become the new tag team champions.
Rolls him over. And again, their second consecutive cover by the Wrecking Crew, where they do not hook the leg, not showing much respect to the 4-time tag team champion.
Arrogance.
You know, it started just a few weeks ago. Matt Striker battled his way through a gauntlet to get his hands on the grappler to become the Pacific Northwest champion. It was Fight and Flight Damian Drake, Mikey O'Shea that locked the Wrecking Crew into a locker room. And here we are weeks later with the Wrecking Crew still trying to exact revenge not only on Fight and Flight, but the open bounty still out there on Matt Striker.
As Blanchard puts O'Shea in position, as JD Bishop takes control. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to go to commercial break. When we come back, the conclusion of this tag team title contest. And we are back here on the West Coast Wrestling Connection. Blake Chadwick, Jeff Aiken, Morty Lipschitz. Let's officially join you here on tonight's broadcast. And no need to adjust your screen as Mikey O'Shea is doing this all on his own. As JD Bishop locks in the Fujiwara armbar. As Damian Drake not out here, still recovering from injury at the hands of the Wrecking Crew.
We have an entire evening of revenge and
O'Shea with the roll-up. Only gets a near fall. But the powerhouse JD Bishop explodes right back with the clothesline.
we got revenge and payback on. I think he knows what I'm trying to talk.
And I think at this point, gentlemen, without Damian Drake on the ring apron, Mikey O'Shea continuing to have this damage done to him by the Wrecking Crew, it seems like only a matter of time before JD Bishop and Jeremy Blanchard become the tag team champions.
How'd you ever come up with that on your own? That's an amazing statement that you just made.
As O'Shea with the scoop slam off the ropes, tries the big splash. But again, the fact that he has been in there almost 10 minutes now, certainly doing a lot of damage on him. And Blanchard comes right back with the knee to the back, rolls him over, and there's a 2 count. But it's all Wrecking Crew right here.
Mikey O'Shea might be on his own. He might not have anyone to tag out to, but he does have the support of these West Coast Wrestling Connection fans.
You have to wonder what the fans think without Damian Drake out here. We know there have been a lot of cards, letters, emails, texts, etc. all throughout social media trying to reach out to Damian Drake and wish him well. As Fight and Flight, certainly one of the greatest stories we've ever seen play out here in the Pacific Northwest. 2 men coming together as one and winning the tag team championships from one of the most dominant teams we've ever seen. But that could all come crashing down right here.
Now just a blatant disregard for the rules, taking full advantage of that 5 count. The referee barely got Jeremy Blanchard to the outside.
As it's a methodical beatdown by the Wrecking Crew.
The crowd is almost in silence. I think they're not in awe per se, but they're like consternation. What is going on here? Is this right?
And we look to be just a minute or 2 away possibly from the Wrecking Crew winning the titles. But O'Shea finds a second win, reverses the suplex too. And only a near fall for the Irish Juggernaut. But he is desperately trying to climb back into this contest.
And there's that instinct taking over. He went to tag in his partner, Damian Drake. Nobody home.
Mikey O'Shea, a very decorated singles competitor in his own right. But he has gotten used to teaming with Damian Drake over the last couple of months to the point it's become second nature to make that tag. As Blanchard once again having his way with Mikey O'Shea and drops the elbow down. This could do it. 2.
I don't understand why Blanchard is not hooking the leg. He's doing this casual attempt at pin. He could have pinned Mikey O'Shea and been a champ had he used his brains.
Morty, we've seen that all throughout this contest, and I think you have to go back to when they had their first tag team title shot. It was all about pain, not about the titles.
And maybe it's the same thing this time.
It very well could be, as the Wrecking Crew are looking to maybe put Mikey O'Shea permanently on the shelf. As we know, the grappler has been banned here from the West Coast Wrestling Connection in terms of in-ring competition. And that cannot sit too well with the rest of his cohorts.
Oh, not at all. Nor well with me.
And O'Shea pushes him off. Mikey O'Shea going to rarefied air. Keep your eyes on the Irish Juggernaut. He's all the way up top. And Mikey O'Shea taking a page out of his partner's playbook. He can fly. He takes him out with the clothesline. O'Shea is down. Bishop is down. The tag team title's hanging in the balance here. But Mikey O'Shea has nobody to tag in. As this crowd here at the Camp Withicum Armory rallying behind Mikey O'Shea.
After all this, after the effort of Mikey O'Shea, he may walk out of here with the tag team titles intact if the referee reaches 10 without either man reaching their feet.
And it looks like he's finally to his feet again, looking to the corner. Wait a minute. You hear the crowd eruption, and there's Damian Drake. Damian Drake is here. He has arrived on the scene, and the Midnight Marvel comes into the ring. And he's going right after JD Bishop. Shades of when they won the tag team titles.
Didn't even know Damian Drake was in the building, let alone in a condition to compete.
I'm not sure he's in condition to compete. You saw him walk in.
That remains to be seen. Drake nails him with the scissor kick off the ropes. And there's a super kick for Blanchard. And fight in flight here. Look to have reunited as one, as O'Shea picks up Bishop. There's the gunslinger. The descendant from Bloodhaven, all the way upstairs. Swanton bomb, hooks the leg, 2, 3.
Here are your winners and still WCWC Tag Team Champions, Fight and Fly.
So once again, it is a comeback story here on the West Coast Wrestling Connection, as Damian Drake making the save at the 11th hour and allowing him and Mikey O'Shea to retain the tag team titles.
That's what it's about right there. The brotherhood of this tag team of Fight and Flight, Mikey O'Shea, Damian Drake. They've overcome all the odds and finally defeated the Wrecking Crew.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now let's head backstage. From what I understand, the Legacy champion Remy Marcel is standing by.